Hey everyone, Ace of Clay here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another sculpting video. Today, I'm just gonna sculpt an alien head and we're gonna hang out and I'm just gonna kind of make it up as I go. So this past week, I hung out with Jake Paulino from Complex for 2 episodes of One of One. We sat down together, we talked, and I sculpted an alien head for that too, and I had a lot of fun doing that, so I thought, why not bring that to my YouTube channel too. The live versions of the episodes, of course, are over, but the recordings are still on Complex's Twitch account, so be sure to check out the link in the description box below if you would like to watch those. All right, so like I said, we're gonna sculpt an alien bust. I just wanna sit down and have fun and talk with you guys. We're gonna stick with this format here that you all seem to really like. No post-production voiceovers, and we're just gonna sculpt and see what happens. I got my real second camera here and I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna make my videos a whole lot better and I don't have my phone sitting on that crappy tripod anymore. Oh, and before we get started, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter if you want more content from me outside of YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. I wanna get that going again soon, and I'd love to see you there. All right, let's get started. And we all know the first step to starting a sculpture is to create the armature. Since this is just going to be the alien's head, I don't need to use any wire. You could if you wanted to, I just don't find it necessary. So I'm just gonna sculpt the underlying structure for the alien head out of aluminum foil. Reynolds Wrap, where's my sponsorship? Okay. I'm not gonna make this huge just because I really don't have to. I want to give it kind of an inhuman head shape. I always like making up stuff as I go. It's a lot more relaxing for me because I don't have to make sure it looks like something else or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing fan art. I just think, you know, letting my mind do whatever it wants is fun every once in a while. All right, now we're ready to start covering the entire thing in clay. And I totally ruined my pasta maker with epoxy sculpt. I didn't clean it afterwards. And there's like chunks of epoxy stuck to it. So I either have to get a new one or I have to figure out how to fix this one. I'll see how it's got like that indent in there now. Like, that's a problem. Now, if you're having trouble smoothing out your clay, I know I get a lot of questions about that. Like, how do you smooth the clay out? It's really just patience and don't be so rough. Like, be gentle. Respect the clay and it will respect you. Like, I'm not pressing super hard. I'm just kind of getting it where I want it. And then when I'm ready to start smoothing out, I'll just sort of drag my finger on the surface without dragging the clay, if that makes sense. Because then if you're dragging the clay, you're moving it to another spot on the sculpture and you don't want to do that. You just want to smooth out where it is. So just be gentle, be patient. Sculpting takes time, and enjoy yourself. All right, so I'm currently at the, oh my God, what am I doing stage, where I don't see a positive direction for this to go, but we'll get there. This always happens. No matter what I'm making, it always goes through like a phase where I second guess it and I think it's never gonna come out good. Just gotta get past it, just gotta keep going. And then even if you don't like it in the end, at least you finished it, right? I'd rather have a million finished projects that I don't like than a million unfinished projects that I don't like. Because you learn from every sculpture. You learn from your mistakes, you grow, you evolve. You can't let not liking one sculpture ruin sculpting for you. Because everybody has sculptures they don't like. Also, Plaid, thank you for the shirt. Now, I know a lot of sculptors that rough out the entire thing and then refine it. My sculpting style is more of like finishing each section as I go. All right, so that's pretty smooth. What do you think? I kind of have an idea of how I want this to look. What do we got? I have no idea what I'm doing with this. But that's okay, it'll turn into something, right? Some snakes of clay here. I want to create these like protrusions around the eyes. And then it doesn't have to make sense because it's an alien. I'm not really seeing anything yet with this guy. Kind of looks like it's gonna be like Manta Ray Man or something. All right, what is this? I don't know. Let's keep going, because now I'm getting stressed out. Maybe I just need some cheeks. Maybe this is getting somewhere. I just need to see where something is going and I'll feel better. Even if it's not like done yet, if I can picture what this thing is gonna look like finished, I will feel a lot better. But if I can't, I'm just really stressed out. Still very early. Okay, that helped a lot. I think we're gonna get rid of the third eye. I don't think we need it. I think we're just gonna do some detail work up there. Fill it with some clay. Like that. Yeah, I like it better without that. And then we might move the eyes closer together. I'm just gonna take this blade here for my ultimate sculpting starter set and cut a little wedge. Piece out so that the nose goes in like that. This is fun. Like, I'm having fun despite this looking like this. I'm having fun right now. I like the 2-camera setup. I hope you guys do too. It's the other layout. I'm not saying I'm never gonna do my normal format ever again. I probably will. I know I will, but this is kind of refreshing for me. Because yeah, I'm still doing the same thing, but I feel like I'm connecting with you guys better and I'm able to just, you know, talk off the cuff and hang out with you. I love having a YouTube channel. I love connecting with people. I love teaching. At the end of the day, like I was born to be an art teacher, I feel like, because I get so much satisfaction out of teaching people. I've always wanted to be an art teacher. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 2 more eyes here. That's interesting. This is kind of getting somewhere now, isn't it? What are we gonna do for the mouth? So that's kind of interesting. Let's do something with the eyes. Two eyes, I don't hate it. I think we're getting somewhere. Are we getting somewhere? Am I just delusional? All right, we're getting somewhere. I almost want to add like more eyes going up here, but I think that's a little too much. So I'm going to fill in this little like butt crack thing here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's better. Should the third one? Yeah, why not? So like, how did I not notice that? This one is up like that, and then this one's smashed down, and I didn't even know it was like that. Like, hello, Anthony, wake up. That's interesting. That's a cool looking mouth. He's a friendly alien. I'm not going for evil alien today. Do you like it? I need to be that close. Just want to do a little like veiny situation on the cheeks here. I might call it a day so I can sleep on it a little bit, but so far I'm happy with it. See, it took me hating it for a good, like, I don't know, half hour before it started to turn into something that I actually liked. We'll have to get some cosplay in here. Can you even see it? Is it in focus? I can't even tell. No, it is. Heck, he's sweet looking. Very alien-y, for sure. Definitely like the direction. I'm happy with it. It's got a little bit to go. Of course, we're gonna do the like upper torso area, and then oops. Oh, really? And then top of the head. Maybe even this out a little bit because it's so like big on this side and it's like missing a chunk there, but nothing we can't fix. I like it. I'm gonna sleep on it, and then I'll come back tomorrow and we'll get this guy finished up, I hope. Or maybe we'll paint it we'll finish sculpting it tomorrow, and then the next day we'll paint it. So I always like taking time in between the different steps, because something that I'll do right now may not be necessarily what I'll do tomorrow, and what I want to do tomorrow may be better than what I want to do now. I'm gonna sleep on it, it's late, and I'll see you tomorrow. And we're back for another day of sculpting our alien guy. Not gonna lie, I have not looked at this since yesterday, and I'm still happy with it. I like how he's looking. So first things first, I'm going to address the asymmetrical head. And add some more clay to the back of that just to make it even on both sides. See how there's like that dip there? And I think I'm gonna color this guy with mica powders instead of paint. I think we'll do that. We'll bust open those Arteza pigments I have. See what we can get going with those. I think for this part, we're gonna add some like little like bumps on either side. Now see, like, had I kept going yesterday, I wouldn't have thought to do this. Because I was gonna do, if I kept going yesterday, I was gonna do something different with the head, and this is way more interesting than that. So, like I left off saying yesterday, it's good to sleep on your projects sometimes. It's good to let yourself think about them. You know, think about your next move on it. You might come up with a better idea than you may have if you did it. That looks kind of cool. Look at that. Pretty happy with that. Look at those snakes of clay working for us. I got a full night of sculpting ahead of me because in a few minutes I'm going on with Complex on Twitch to do that other alien sculpture that I talked about earlier, and then I'm gonna come back and finish this guy. I might save the painting for tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. Okay, we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna do my interview with Complex, and I'll be right back. And we're back for some more sculpting. Is this light really annoying there? Because it's lighting up my workspace really nicely, and I kind of want to leave it there. All right, so I just finished a 2-hour stream with Jake Paulino from Complex for an episode of One of One. I will put the link to that video in the description box below. The live version obviously has ended, and you can watch the recording anytime you want. So check the link in the description. I made another alien sculpture that you can only see there. All right, now let's finish this guy. So for that sculpture, I actually didn't paint it. I used mica powders to color it, specifically these beautiful metallic ones from Arteza. We'll be busting these out in a little bit. They are incredible, and apparently I spilled coffee on them or something at one point. There are like 60 different mica powders in this box, and I'm really excited to use them again. This won't be a first impressions video because yes, I did use them in my stream with Complex, but it's okay. I'm gonna use them again, and we'll maybe do a different color palette. So here I just wanna flush out these details on our guy here, and then I can start moving on to the torso area. Also, I'm kind of like experiencing sculpture fatigue because I've been sculpting for 2 hours straight. Now I'm gonna come back and do more, so I need to figure it out. Let me know in the comments what I should name him. The alien from my stream is named, I forgot. Totally forgot what his name is. Hexon. That lighting is a lot better over there. I really hope that when I go to edit this isn't like really distracting. Okay, so for these, I think I want to do like ridges in them. Like, you know what I mean? Let's see how that looks. I really like the style of this piece. Like, I don't do very many like sci-fi looking things like this. Like, he's not as stylized as I normally make my stuff. He had some bumps on his head. I just want to roll this tool line there like that to give it that cool texture. Like, see, I'm like pressing it into that indent there. See how cool that looks, that texture? Very alien-y. Perfect, man. How super easy and super effective is that? One day I'll have to make this guy as a whole sculpture. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to come back tomorrow feeling refreshed, and we're gonna get this guy finished up. Made some progress on him tonight that I'm not disappointed with. I think it's time to sleep on the design. I'm kind of tired. I think we're gonna leave it right here. Tomorrow we're going to paint him up with the mica powders and cure him, and then give him a nice wet looking glossy coat of resin. So see you tomorrow. And we're back on day 3 of sculpting and coloring this alien guy. So let's just dive right back in and get this guy finished up. All right, so for the torso, I can see I got a little lazy here with this texture, so we're going to not be lazy today because we're refreshed and ready to go, and we're going to make that a little more intricate. I do like what I did with the head though here. I like those ridges. Those still look nice. I like it. So, okay, I have a question for you guys. What content of mine do you like the most? Do you like my original sculptures? Do you like my fan art? Do you like the Wheel of Sculpture videos? Do you like the Sculpt This episodes where I sculpt a subscriber's illustration? Do you like the thrift store transformations? I know a lot of you like the thrift store transformations. I know I owe you some of those this year, but let me know what your favorite type of content is from me, and I'll be sure to do more of it, because you guys are the reason I'm here and I want to make you happy. I know a lot of you prefer this format because it feels more candid and it's not scripted, and There's not really much like post-production going on. It's just like me and you hanging out, making some stuff out of clay, talking about life. So I'm gonna try, let's see what this is gonna do. No, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the back. I don't need to do the back because I'm kind of running short on time, and I would rather spend more time on the front than have to worry about doing the back, because we're going to refine things a little bit. One thing about mica powders that is not my favorite thing in the world is that I can't use clay softener to smooth this out, because the mica powders will just spread around like crazy. It has to go on to the uncured clay with nothing on it. So that kind of sucks. I wonder if I could use cornstarch to smooth the surface and then go on with the mica powders, but I think even that would inhibit the adhesion of the powders, because I feel like they're just gonna slide off if I do that. So it's just gotta go on to the bare clay, and I'm gonna have to try to smooth it out the best I can before I start using it. I think that looks pretty good. Just a simple little bust. Cool, cool. Let's color it now. Check those out. Look at that. Like every color you could possibly ever want. And they're all metallic, which I love. Oh, what kind of color palette does this guy need? Do we want to do a natural color palette? Do we want it to be like vibrant? Here's the one I did on my live stream with Complex. So this one, we got some like purple, some red, some brown, some orange, some green. I kind of went nuts with it, and I like how it looks. It's interesting. I think I want to do something that contrasts this a little bit. I don't want to just do the same thing again. So let's do blue. Let's do some kind of blue, maybe like blue and brown. I don't know, but there's a color in here. It's, oh, which one is it? Look at this one. Chameleon red. Yeah, this is it. Like, look at that. Can you see it? There we go. It's got such a cool shift to it. There's also this really cool green one in here. Where is it? They only give you like a little bit of it because it weighs more. Look at this one. Oh, chameleon green. Check that out. How beautiful is that? Like, that's pretty. It's like gold with like green, a green shift to it. We're definitely gonna use some of this. I'll leave that out. You know, I'll probably take my noir out, which is just a simple black. And then we'll take out the blues. Let's play with some blues here. That's intense. Look at that one. Bright blue, they're not kidding. Like, that's crazy. How vibrant. Love that color. I'm not gonna go through every single one of these colors, even though I kind of want to. I just want to take the blues out. Emerald green, that's not emerald green. It looks bluer on camera than it does in person. It's more of like a teal. So I don't know if I would really call this emerald green. I think this is like an emerald green. No, not even that. Ooh, this one's nice. Look at that moss green. I like that. Wow, if you're in the market for mica powders, you gotta check this out. I got an affiliate link in the description box below if you want it. This is great. Look at that spring green. If you're indecisive like me, maybe you shouldn't get this one. I'm just kidding. But these are great. And from my use of them yesterday, these are just as good. I think, as the Pearl X powders, which are made by Lumiere. Those are top-notch, amazing mica powders too, but these are just as good. And I think these are less expensive. So, I don't know. I'm impressed with these. And they're buildable. All of them are buildable. You can start with just a little bit and then just work your way darker. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm gonna start with like a dark brownish red. Ooh, look at that one, chameleon blue. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. It's got this nice like rusty red undertone with like a blue shift to it. That's beautiful. All of these are beautiful. Turquoise. Okay, I'm done looking at these. I'm gonna use what I have in front of me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shade the dark areas first, and then I'm going to work my way to the brighter, lighter color. So this is a nice burgundy tone. I think we're gonna use this for our shading. These little protectors are really easy to get off, which is nice. That would suck if they weren't. So I just take a little bit like that and then spread it onto the thing, onto the paper. Pick up what I need. Let's get started. So I want to start the crevices here. Like that. It's kind of heavy. We can diffuse that out a little bit, I think. I think if you're nervous to shade with paint, this is a great alternative to paint because I think it's a little easier to shade. I just don't really know, like, how do I take it away if I put too much on? You know what I mean? So if you know how to do that, let me know, because I really don't think there's a way to do that. You can also mix these with like acrylic medium and actually make your own metallic paint with it. Right now we're kind of at the ugly stage where I'm kind of losing faith, and maybe you are too. Keep going, keep believing. I feel like if I'm gonna add some blue, I should probably add the blue now. Sorry, I'm not cleaning my brushes in between colors. I don't really think it's necessary. It's blending nicely. I just want to like try all the colors. Holy crap, that's a nice color. I'm gonna go bake these and we'll finish them up. And we're back with our cured sculptures. They're nice and hard and they look pretty good. They didn't change very much at all from before they were baked, so that's good. Now I just want to test and see how this stuff sticks. Let's see if we get any like rub off. Ooh, that's quite a bit that rubs off. I think maybe, oh yeah. I don't know about that. So yeah, this is rubbing off too a little bit. I mean, I don't plan on sitting here and just rubbing all of this off and holding them all the time, but that is kind of a problem because I think if you were to go in and glaze them, I don't know if the glaze would move some of that glitter and pigment around or not. Maybe we should try it, but I actually really like how it looks without any glaze on it, and I feel like the glaze at this point would ruin it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint their eyes black because I think that will be a nice sort of look. Let's go. Got my little bit of pure black. Don't have my foil out because we don't need it. And these are my paint brushes, if you've never seen them before. Nice and high quality. Very professional setup for them too, I must say. Don't be jealous. Yeah, and I actually had a steak knife in there too that was sticking straight up like this, just ready to stab myself. All right, anyway, I actually want this tip instead. Yeah, I think this is like a little bit bigger. You can see that, and then this one is like long and skinny. I want to use the short, fat, little skinny one. I really hope the camera picks up how cool the colors are, because the TV that I use is my viewfinder isn't like the highest quality TV ever, so the colors are kind of and the saturation's really bad. So I just hope that when I put these on the computer, these clips, they're actually like true to life. That looks nice. The black eye. Oh, that made such a big difference. Look at that. It went from like to there we go. Now it's an alien. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay. Love that. Look at that. Not bad. All right, so I need to get my varnish. It's all the way over there. This is really old. There's also a Pope card. That looks great. Oh, I'm happy with this guy. I think he's cool. Maybe I'll design an entire species. Maybe I'll just spend the whole year sculpting aliens. There we go. Alien number 1, alien number 2. Okay, so both of these were really fun projects, and I'm really happy with how each of them came out. The only thing that I don't like is that the mica powders do rub off a little bit, and that could be my fault because maybe I put too much on. Maybe you're not supposed to use that much at a time. I have heard from several people that metallic mica powders do have a tendency to rub off. I did know that before going into this project. I know that the matte ones don't rub off as much, and especially chalk pastels don't either, but don't let that stop you from getting these. I'm sure with a nice varnish on top, they will be completely locked in place. I wouldn't recommend using like an aerosol varnish just because those tend to get sticky. I would go with something brush on that isn't Mod Podge. Mod Podge will stay sticky too. I would do just some kind of like satin varnish, but I'm just gonna leave these alone for now. Maybe if I come back and decide to varnish them, I'll of course let you know. So anyway, I'm happy with how they came out. Let me know what you thought of this video format and the sculptures that I made. If you didn't see my live stream with Complex and Jake Paulino, be sure to check that out in the description box. And then if you want more content from me outside of YouTube, I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and in my Facebook group, Snakes of Clay. I am at Ace of Clay on all the platforms except TikTok. I'm at Ace of Clay Official. I'm gonna get that moving again soon too. So that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will see you next week.